What's going on, guys? Creator here, back to a new video, and this is This Week in Universe Mode. I tell you everything that you need to know that's happening this week on Raw, Smackdown, and 205 Live. We start off with Raw, and to kick things off, we feature the final time that the Cruiserweights will be appearing on Monday Night Raw. If you guys don't know yet, after the Money in the Bank pay-per-view, there'll be a Superstar shakeup to officially split the Cruiserweights from Raw and have 205 Live as their exclusive home. But before that happens, they went off with a bang as the second qualifying match for the #1 contender spot took place, as Lince Dorado took on Drew Gulak, Cedric Alexander, and Noam Dar in a fatal 4-way match to determine the second spot in that #1 contender match to face Grand Metalik on the first 205 Live. That will take place after the Superstar shakeup. And in the end, Noam Dar was the one who was victorious, and he will be going on to face Grand Metalik on the first 205 Live after the Superstar shakeup, and their win between those two will become the brand new #1 contender for Neville's Cruiserweight title. We also saw the Lone Wolf calling out the Monster Among Men, Braun Strowman, two of the 4 competitors in the main event at Great Balls of Fire in a fatal 4-way match to determine the #1 contender for Brock Lesnar's Universal title at SummerSlam. Baron Corbin was not going to let what happened last week go down like that, as Strowman decimated Corbin in seconds. So what Corbin decided to do is attack Strowman this time, as those two brawled and got pulled apart. And again, guys, these two want to kill each other, but they're going to have opportunity to do much more than that. They're also going to have opportunity to become #1 contender for the Universal title. I think it would be safe to save their energy to Great Balls of Fire. We also saw the #1 contender for the United States title, Bray Wyatt, continue to gain his momentum into a future United States title opportunity, defeat one half the Ascension, the Victor. But as it seemed as last week, it seems like the Ascension has always something going on outside of their matches, as Luke Gallows from the club was sitting at ringside for his match and distracted Victor, which ended up making him lose against Bray Wyatt. So now, after that, it has been decided that at Great Balls of Fire, the Raw exclusive pay-per-view, which will be taking place in 3 weeks, we will see the Ascension taking on the Club, Gallows and Anderson, in a tag team match to settle whatever differences that has happened between these two teams. Speaking of teams in the tag team divisions of Monday Night Raw, we saw one half of the Raw Tag Team Champion Tyler Breeze take on one half of their challengers for Great Balls of Fire, Cesaro. And these two put on a very interesting matchup, a lot different from what happened weeks ago, with the same result as Cesaro beating Tyler Breeze second. This time Tyler Breeze showed that he can hang with Cesaro. And even though he did lose, it looked like Cesaro actually respects Tyler Breeze now, so much so that he actually gave out his hand for a handshake, and Tyler Breeze returned the favor by shaking his hand. So it seems like there's a mutual respect going on between the two. Or this could possibly be just mind games for Shane Cesaro to lure in Breezango to take back the Raw Tag Team titles. Regardless, we'll find out Great Balls of Fire as Breezango defend their Raw Tag Team titles against same Cesaro team who lost their titles against them at Extreme Rules. So who will be coming out on top as the Raw Tag Team Champions? We'll be finding out in 3 weeks, guys. We also saw the Architect continue to gain momentum heading into Great Balls of Fire, as he was able to beat Big Cass one-on-one. Again, it continues a trend for Seth Rollins as he wants to build momentum into possibly his biggest chance at the Universal title when he faces Baron Corbin, Braun Strowman, and United States Champion AJ Styles in a fatal 4-way match to determine who will face Brock Lesnar at SummerSlam. Taking place in 3 weeks, guys, at Great Balls of Fire. Speaking of AJ Styles, he was in the main event of this past Monday as he fought John Cena in a classic match, and a shock to everybody. For the very first time here on Monday Night Raw, AJ Styles lost the match, and he lost to the leader of C Nation, John Cena. This probably put a hit in the AJ Styles' confidence, since ever since coming to Monday Night Raw, he has been so dominant. Nobody has been on his level. Nobody's been able to touch him or his United States title. But Cena just beat Styles. Now, we know Bray Wyatt is the #1 contender for the United States title, but you have to wonder now, with Cena being the first person to beat Styles here on Monday Night Raw, could that put him in the United States title picture as well? We'll find out eventually, I guess, but Styles should be focusing on Great Balls of Fire, because he has a fatal 4-way match and has opportunity at the Universal title someday, if he can focus on that and not focus on Cena. But again, he also has to focus on Bray Wyatt. I hate to be AJ Styles right now. Too many things happening at once for him. Switching gears to SmackDown Live, we saw the glorious one by Rude taking on Sin Cara. By Rude looked to gain momentum heading into his match against Kurt Hawkins this Sunday at Money in the Bank. He proved just that he's able to beat Sin Cara with the glorious DT. But what happened after the match is the real story, as Kurt Hawkins attacked by Rude and decided to do a very unusual move. A steel cage match is going to be taking place on the dark match after the SmackDown Live show went off the air. He lowered the cage and attacked by Rude mercilessly, I should say, inside that steel cage, sending a message to Rude that again he's going to end him and end his career at Money in the Bank. Well, again, the glorious one, he will finally get the opportunity to be no more running for Hawkins, no more cheap stock. Because at Money in the Bank, you'll be facing Hawkins one-on-one, and Hawkins is now going to have to answer for everything that he has done to you. We also saw Joe calling out Akira Tozawa. Usually, when these two call out each other, it usually ends in a brawl. But this one was actually different. It didn't end in a brawl. It just ended in a natural way with Akira Tozawa simply saying, at Money in the Bank, I will beat you, and I will prove myself here on SmackDown Live as one of the best here on the Blue brand. We'll find out Money in the Bank as these two be clashing in a 10-minute Iron Man match. Whoever gets the most decisions in 10 minutes will be declared the victor. But for Samoa Joe, all he sees this as is just Akira Tozawa surviving 10 minutes. We'll see at Money in the Bank. We also saw the WWE Champion Jinder Mahal looking to gain momentum to his WWE Championship match against Shinsuke Nakamura. Faced Chris Jericho in one-on-one action. Before the match could even start, Shinsuke Nakamura blindsided Jinder Mahal by attacking him, sending him a very heartfelt message saying, at Money in the Bank, I will be taking away your WWE title. But despite that attack, Jinder Mahal was still able to keep a calm head, and he actually beat Chris Jericho, proving that he can beat Nakamura. Because the one key thing I want you guys to remember, the Singh brothers were not present at ringside, which means if he can beat someone like Chris Jericho by himself, could he also beat Shinsuke Nakamura by himself and then prove at Money in the Bank why he is the WWE Champion? It'll all come to head this Sunday, guys, as the Singh brothers be banned from ringside, and Jinder Mahal will defend his WWE title against Shinsuke Nakamura at Money in the Bank. In our main event of SmackDown Live, in a shocking turn of events, The Miz walked out of SmackDown Live as the Intercontinental Champion, as he was able to beat Kevin Owens for that title. Again, thanks to the help of The Miz Taraj, and thanks to what seemed to be a back injury to Kevin Owens. Miz was able to take advantage of that, and he was able to walk out as the Intercontinental Champion. What is Kevin Owens' mindset heading into Money in the Bank? Because now it is Miz heading into the Money in the Bank ladder match as the Intercontinental Champion, as he's leading the charge with Randy Orton, Finn Balor, Rusev, Chris Jericho, and now former Intercontinental Champion Kevin Owens. And these six superstars look to tear the house down when it comes to the Money in the Bank ladder match. Because with that briefcase held up, and whoever wins that gets a guaranteed title opportunity at any time they want to for the WWE title in the next year, you know they're going to give it everything that they have. Now switching gears to the purple brand on 205 Live, which featured the last time 205 Live being part of Monday Night Raw. We saw two matches that has number one contendership implications all over it. For one, we saw Grand Metalik, again sadly on the losing end, losing to Drew Gulak. Again, this must hurt Grand Metalik heading into his biggest match of his career, where he has a number one contenders opportunity for Neville's Cruiserweight title against Noam Dar. But him losing against Drew Gulak, a former challenger to Neville, means that it seems like his chances of becoming number one contender is seeming kind of glim right now. But speaking of Noam Dar, on the other hand, he won his match against the premier athlete Tony Nese. Looks like he's the one to gain momentum, because next time we'll be seeing these two superstars be clashing against each other. Because on the next 205 Live, after the Superstars shake-up, Grand Metalik will be taking on Noam Dar, and the winner of that match will become the official number one contender for Neville's Cruiserweight title. And then the main event, which seemed like to be the end of the rivalry between Ivar Daivari and TJP. They fought each other in the main event, which saw TJP become victorious yet again. But this was something different now. After the match, Ivar Daivari looked very upset. He just walked out after the match. I don't know what Ivar Daivari's mindset is. I mean, he lost it TJP multiple times. TJP has been attacking him. He can still not get one over on TJP. What is the mindset of Ivar Daivari? Maybe he just needs a reset right now. Just clear his head about what has happened so far on his career on 205 Live. Will we find out happen with Davari in the coming weeks? Maybe a possible brand switch? Because, guys, I would remind everyone that the day after the Money in the Bank pay-per-view, we'll be having the Superstars shakeup. We'll be seeing Superstars switch brands between Raw, SmackDown, and 205 Live due to the fact that 205 Live is becoming its own brand. And which new faces from NXT will we be seeing be called up to make this presence felt on Raw, SmackDown, 205 Live? We can find out this Monday on the first week, where we having what happened with Raw and what superstars be on the Raw brand. The following week on Tuesday for SmackDown, and the following week for 205 Live. This is a 3-week special event that you do not want to miss, guys. Take place the day after Money in the Bank pay-per-view. But speaking of Money in the Bank, this Sunday is the Money in the Bank pay-per-view, SmackDown Live exclusive pay-per-view, Money in the Bank. And the day before is the Money in the Bank kickoff show. So let's get started with the Money in the Bank rundown. First off, for our kickoff show, we'll be having Big Show taking on Mike Kanellis. Now, this all started on social media, where Mike Kanellis had a kind of a diss against the Big Show, where he would say, even though I'm not part of Money in the Bank ladder match, at least the Big Show's not part of Money in the Bank ladder match. He's a failure, and he's been wasting his 20 years here in the business doing nothing. I'm glad he's not part of this. Big Show took offense to that, saying these guys here, like Mike Kanellis, should be showing respect to people who came before him, and he issued a challenge to Mike Kanellis, which was made via This Weekend Universe mode, and now the match is set for Money in the Bank. The kickoff show will take place a day before the Money in the Bank pay-per-view, when these two superstars clash. Who will be coming out on top? We'll be seeing the Power of Love triumphant over the world's largest athlete. We find out this Saturday, guys. Now moving on to the main card at Money in the Bank. To kick things off on the show, we'll be seeing Asuka defend her title for the very first time since winning at Backlash. She has a tall task ahead of her, because it will be a triple threat match against not one, but two of her competitors, the Boss Sasha Banks and Charlotte. Now, she knows both of these women very well. For Charlotte, this is the first one to ever beat Asuka here on SmackDown Live. So for her, this is about revenge on Charlotte. As for Sasha Banks, I mean, these two have been going back and forth forever. Had their first time ever matchup at Backlash with Asuka beating Sasha Banks for winning that SmackDown Women's title. It seemed like Charlotte and Sasha Banks had some sort of friendship going on, but that all blew away this past Tuesday. So now it's everyone for herself. Whoever gets the first pinfall or submission heading into this match will become the SmackDown Women's Champion. You know, the women here on SmackDown Live, you have another women's match for Money in the Bank. We'll be seeing Naomi taking on Talia. Just like Mike Kanellis and Big Show, most of this rivalry was taking place via social media. Talia called out Naomi, saying she doesn't deserve to be on the SmackDown Live Women's roster. You have the elite stars like Charlotte, Sasha, Asuka, and herself included. But Asuka beat Talia a couple weeks ago on SmackDown Live. So Naomi took a jab at that one, saying, hey, since you're not doing anything at Money in the Bank, and I'm not doing anything at Money in the Bank, let's fight and see who actually belongs here on SmackDown Live. So these two will be clashing. What's going to happen when these two face each other, see who's going to truly deserving here on SmackDown Live. Now mind you, nobody's getting fired, but for these two, they just want to prove why they are the absolute very best here on the SmackDown Women's division. We also see a rivalry that's been going for months now will culminate at Money in the Bank, as Samoa Joe will be taking on Akira Tozawa in a 10-minute Iron Man match. This took place all the way back in the WWE Championship Tournament, where Samoa Joe and Akira Tozawa is possibly one of the best matches here on SmackDown Live. Akira Tozawa came up short on that one. He thought at Backlash he could beat Joe and become victorious, but then he again came short on that one too. This time, he has, in his own mind, he has to beat Samoa Joe in this match. So 10-minute Iron Man match will decide this one. But for Samoa Joe, all he sees is as the characters out trying to survive 10 minutes. At the end of the day, he knows he's going to put him to sleep. So whoever gets those decisions in this 10-minute Iron Man match will be the victor. And again, guys, we can't have the Money in the Bank pay-per-view without the signature. One time of the year, Money in the Bank ladder match. 6 of the top stars here on SmackDown Live will be doing battle. We'll be seeing the Viper, Randy Orton, the A-lister, the brand new Intercontinental Champion, The Miz, the former Intercontinental Champion, the prize fighter Kevin Owens, the Bulgarian Brute, Rusev, the returning Y2J, Chris Jericho, and the leader of Balor Club, Finn Balor. All 16 men only want one goal to become WWE Champion. And they will have one step closer of doing that when they climb the ladder, retrieve the briefcase, and have a contract to allow them to get a title opportunity anytime within the next year. So the real question is, who wants it more? But I know a person who wants nothing more than to end Kurt Hawkins once and for all. That is the glorious one by Rude, and he'll have the opportunity to do that at Money in the Bank when he finally gets his hands on Kurt Hawkins in one-on-one. This stems all the way back to the WWE Championship tournament where Byru took out Hawkins in the very first round. Hawkins, I guess, never forgot about that because the day after, the Smackdown Live, I should say, after the Backlash show, Hawkins attacked Root and sought the injury, gave him a glorious DDT to himself. And these two have been going back and forth. Hawkins has been able to avoid attacks from Byru and just escaping at the very last second. But coming in the bank, there will be no escape as he is forced to face him one-on-one. Return to the tag team division here on Smackdown Live, and Benjamin and Gable want nothing more than to reclaim their Smackdown Live tag team titles that they lost a couple weeks ago on Smackdown Live, as they'll be getting an opportunity to get those titles back when they face the brand new Smackdown Tag Team Champions, the Usos. Guys, a couple weeks ago, the Usos beat Benjamin and Gable to win these Smackdown Tag Team titles. For Benjamin and Gable, this is all about redemption and who is truly the best team here on Smackdown Live. Will the Usos be the one leading the charge for the Blue Brands Tag Team division, or Benjamin and Gable will get back on top of the mountain to prove why they are the best tag team here on Smackdown Live? And then, guys, our main event for the prestigious WWE Championship. We'll have the modern-day Maharaja, Jinder Mahal, defend his title against Shinsuke Nakamura in a rematch from Backlash that started at the finals of the WWE Championship tournament. Because of the Singh brothers, Jinder Mahal was able to walk out as WWE Champion. That's how Shinsuke Nakamura sees it. So, he gets one more shot at Money in the Bank. This time, be no excuses. The Singh brothers will be banned from ringside. The real question is, who is the better champion? The self-proclaimed WWE Champion Shinsuke Nakamura, or the current champion Jinder Mahal? We'll find out when these two guys clash one more time. We'll have a decisive winner in our main event at Money in the Bank when these two clash for the WWE title. Again, guys, this is a can't miss event. So tune in today, guys, later today, for the Money in the Bank kickoff show, which will be featuring Mike Kanellis taking on the Big Show, and also the Money in the Bank pay-per-view will take place the next day, which will be highlighted by the Money in the Bank ladder match and the WWE Championship match between Jinder Mahal and Shinsuke Nakamura. This is the event that you don't want to miss, guys. In the meantime, this is it for This Week in Universe. This is Crater, signing off. Catch you guys later today.